There are wheels
The
within
wheel.
wheels.
The three mysterious characters have been imprisoned beyond the mortal realm. Freeing them may provide great rewards. Success in any gambits will aid your quest. Explore. The road ahead may be long. Ensure that you have enough food to avoid starvation. You'll need gold to survive the trials ahead. This will be useful. Take Malocalypse. So food and fate. Food and fate. Sense cards. Oh, gold. Gold just automatically gives us everything. Because we just buy the, we get the equipment and that gives us... So let's just get gold. Probably get the useful stuff. Goblin Town. Cartographer actually hasn't been helping us too much. But maybe it's good just to have something good to hit. Like, I think I'd rather have Drunken Knight compared to Cartographer. Temple Prayers, Old Maiden. Holy Relic. That'll be interesting. Sure, let's try that. That's good. Sister's Vengeance. Eat less. Haven't I seen this before? Every third step defends. Add +1 to weapon charge. Armor, gluttony. Then the food ring. There we go. Everything else optional. I like that. Ring of food, armor, gluttony. Every time we draw that, odds of us winning that run is tremendously higher. $18. Fumble hero. Is hero like the general we fought last time? Humble hero. Oh. Don't want that. That'll be useful. Probably not that. Put that away. Oh, it shows you what it helps. Ornamental. Oh, I guess it's gold. I think we'll just take a shield here. Tight pockets, that's goblins, yeah. Ooh. Move a card from each wheel. An enemy is randomly highlighted. The enemy is killed. First gain life. That's actually good. What does this do again? the equipment card, 5 shards, locking cards. Avoid 1 failure. They all help. So maybe we should get these. Since we really don't have another option here. Food. Crossbow. Ooh, but Fate's Path. It took a lot of time. I think it's be worth it.
Fate turns through all of our lives. We can choose when to spin the wheel, yet not where it lands. Anger, pain, wrath. These are the powers that propel us when faith, love, and truth have failed us.
You wake one night to a shimmering orb hovering over you. Bathing your surrounding in silver light, 3 figures appeared in the glow. The tallest one speaks. Despite her hushed tone, her voice fills the room. Rise, hero, rise, and free us from our eternal prison. Ask who they are. Mortals have many names for us, genies, jinns, deities, but we are none of these. We are watchers of the weave. Fates of all things are ours to know. Ask who they are. I am Iowa, the diviner. These are my siblings, my brother Haro and sister Garia. They study weave of fate and guide people toward their destiny. This is like Greek, right? Greek have the weavers. Who trapped them? Iowa laments. We are the only ones who see the strings tied to everyone. We're not the only ones who see the strings tied to everyone. Long ago, a mage saw himself as puppet master and not a marionette. He would not stand for our interference, so he trapped us here beyond the mortal gates. Haro speaks, his voice booming from behind his long beard. To free us, you must travel beyond the mortal realm. We can guide you, but you alone must master the whims of fate. That's how they can be freed. We're not to bring you the mortal realm, but we are somewhat beyond. We bring you part of the way, but you alone must prove yourself master of fate. Some supple and bend to the fate's will. Others are left broken. 3 siblings join hands and begin to chant. There is a moment of discomfort and rushing of sensation, and when your vision clears, you feel like you're floating far below and you see your body still safely asleep beside the fire. Prove yourself and you'll open the path to our prison. The intervention will have alerted our jailer and back the Black Knight. Terry, not. The longer you take to get here, the stronger the night will be. That should be fine. Usually we're stronger as well.
Across 100 years, almost every true artifact of power has been lost.
What used to be a lavish monastery has been taking a major hit from the recent raid. A monk laments, "It's a shame about the missing gold, but it's even greater tragedy that we've stolen our holy relic." You volunteer to search for the raiders. Finally, a profitable venture, says Malacalypse as he gathers a handful of coins strewn over the ground by freeing the raiders. You follow a trail of abandoned trinkets and find the northern raiders sleeping on the top of a pile of treasure in a conspicuous forest clearing. Take the stealthy approach. As you try to pry the holy relic from the arms of a stumbling raider, they clumsily step in the other's hand. He wakes screaming and alerts the rest of the northerners. I could see that. Oh, we've got people that throw the things. Those are the worst parts. Well, we missed. Jeez, I think it's best not to even worry about him. Actually, let's get this dude first. Ooh. Uh-oh, uh-oh. No! Woo! Close. Wow, we're doing this flawlessly right now, actually. Well, he's right here. Oh, first time actually completing the, or fighting all the raiders flawlessly. Not that bad. You haul the stolen items back to the monastery. The monks grab the carved sapphire hat from you as you return. The holy relic, this is worth far more than gold to us, so please take the rest as your reward. Oh, I wonder if I was able to sneakily do that. They would have given me the hat for free.
What is truth? Do not let these spirits sell you on their fancy. Truth is never so clearly cut.
Gariel appears in your vision of silver light. I do not have eyes, yet I have perceived the fate's hands. Do you see the world as truly is, or is vision clouded? You cannot determine where your own hand ends. The fate's whims take over. What does that even do?
Like a flame, you are never satiated until you have consumed all.
I guess we have to get fate cards, or win fate gambles to get the fate cards. Is it greed that leads mortals to degrade each other and the pursuit of coin? Gariel whispers in your ear. Thin strands of silver smoke and snare you like jailer's chains. Or perhaps we are all equally damaged, and we label those with better understanding greedy to appease our own envy. Give in to greed and fate will reward you.
Here we see yet another wheel, each different, yet each bearing their own similarities.
These are all pretty bad, but this is actually decent compared to others. Like, we really have lose 3 gold, but this is fine. Giving greed and fate will reward you.
Taken your time.
Yes, yes, says Gariel with delight. Power comes in many forms across the realms. While inflexible, gold is quite useful in the mortal realm. So let's just go to a camp, see what we can get from this before we lose any more. What does it do? Turn left while you have one-handed weapon equipped. Chance card, shuffle once less. I'll take one shuffle. We're like pretty close to getting this. We have an axe. Let's probably take that.
You may take their garb, but hopefully not their ideas.
We don't have that much gold. What happened here? You gain nothing, Gariel sighs. You don't have enough gold.
Now would be a good time to buy some food.
Ah, at least we can see what these does. These do. Very valuable.
Think about purchasing food here.
I think we're gonna go without food.
This knight is merely a tool of the fates, but this is a tool that can still cut deeply.
Duel the Black Knight for 30 seconds, gain 5 shards. Savage choice brings near. No one defies fate and goes unmarked. What punishment would you endure to reweave the tapestry in your own design? Alright, let's see how bad he is. You must bash away his armor before you can take him down. Ooh, okay. What if we like killed him though? I doubt we can, but it'd be cool. The Black Knight disappears with a blooming laugh. Wheel of Greed. Given greed and fate will reward you. Wow, just enough. We're just losing everything here.
More challenges,
Eight steps.
more questions, more truths.
A golden staircase stretches up in mist. The Black Knight waits patiently at the summit. Iowa calls you. Each stair you climb gives him time to bolster his defenses and thwart the progress. You must gather the shards. Yeah. Thank goodness for temple prayers. Although I don't know if it could help us here. Gambler's Banquet. Diddling Dice Gambit. Gold game. We're losing that immediately. Confidence. The ability that's required to charge your weapon. Ability increased by 2. Beggar's Charm is probably where we go for here. Climb the steps. You climb this first step far above, figure a step from the void, and fall in line behind the Black Knight. Oh, that's fine. Fate has chosen an ally for the Black Knight. I was says. What if we just kill the Black Knight and got rid of everything else? Oh no, we have to go through the stairs first. Not enough. Nice.
Anger. You and I must both cultivate our anger, for Callus lies at the end of our quest, and we will need to be white hot in our rage to defeat him.
Haro appears before you in vision of silver. People claim they fight for freedom, for coin, or to protect the weak. The truth makes liars of them all. They fight inside their hearts burns with unquenchable rage. If you are to free us, you must not just be a skilled warrior, but prepared for whatever fate might set in your path. Chief of Mischief. That's okay. Although I think they take something, right? No righteous battle is without limitation. A lover in peril, or a comrade suspended in the hangman's noose. Fate will decide this sand and hourglass. Wait, what? Defeat all enemies within 90 seconds. Wait, that's good. That's doable. Uh-oh. You aid gnomes to avoid their snare and deter them with a finisher. How do you kill him? Goblin chiefs avoid physical confrontation, preferring instead to release the captured gnomes. Forbidding avoid names, avoid their snare, deter them. Oh, okay. So we just dodge the gnomes. Oh no. Oh. Do you not have any more? Kinda easy.
Some weapons, this one included, require a great hero to carry them.
Perform an attack that ignites blade with 5 for 8 seconds. Causes damage to northerners. Sure, we'll take this. This is one-handed? Oh, you have the villager's axe, which is still one-handed.
A magician still operating in these lands? A brave decision, and one I hope keeps him in good health.
You enter the workshop of the enchanter who specializes in adding magical powers to items, especially those that bring health and fortune to adventurers. I can enchant one of your items. Be warned, any existing enchantment will be destroyed. Food enchantment, please. The enchanter inspects your gear and asks you to choose the pieces that are suitable for a food enchantment. Ooh. It is done, the enchanter declares with a smile. I dare say this item will aid you well in your endeavors.
What truth lies in dreams, eh?
Ooh. All good, to be honest. I think we reroll this. I think Goblin Town's what we really want. It's pretty slow too. Iowa extends her hands to you
given your position.
in an elegant motion. Tiny ethereal figures dance and cover in her palms. Gradually, you realize you're watching events from your own past. This is your weave of life's tapestry that we shall examine. Get that gold. I think we explore the Goblin Town too. Oh, okay. Oh, we don't lose anything from that? Don't remember not
Damage
losing
will
anything.
persist unless you can find a meal to relieve yourself.
Oh, you know what? This isn't gonna help us with the fame. Which kind of sucks, but... Oh. I am not doing this correctly. Let's go to the camp afterwards. I actually don't remember if the camps reset after you're done. And there's just one gold boy over there. Please get fame. Ooh, we got fame. 2 fame, 4 food, 20 gold.
I hate them even when they're helpful. You could have easily kept the priests out of this, you know.
You meet a wandering priest who greets you with friendly manner. Are you hungry? Yes. Lose 12 gold, gain 3 food, 2 fame. Wait a minute. What's down here? Wait, let's see what we got cooking here first. Ooh, yes. Bring a food equipped. This looks good. This looks good. I'm feeling like we don't have enough shards of fate. I think I'm gonna take this. I'm an arcane boy. No righteous battle is without limitation. A lover in peril or comrade suspended from a hangman's noose. The fate will decide.
I'm not a vain man. You must appreciate that this game, has been my focus for more years than I can count.
It's only one mage.
I have a certain pride regarding its twists and turns.
Oh, 3. Uh-oh. Just gonna... Whew. Ah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah. Come on, jeez. A lot stronger than I thought they would be. Whew, close. That was pushing it. Ooh. Let's discard this. Oh, we were gonna get food anyways? Following the Mocklip's cryptic directions, many of which involved borrowing farm animals, you arrive at the edge of the vast, lonely lake. There you uncover a cave entrance blocked by a stone door. We must seek out Era of the Veil in the underneath, the bard had explained as you followed the frightened cow around the previous night. Why are you seeking Era of the Veil? Mocklip drops his wine bottle nervously and forces a loud heart laugh, completely ignoring your question. The bespectacled ogre manning the door to the underneath doesn't look up from his book for reproach. 15 foods put entry, he grunts. Mocklip scoffs. Robbery! If you are trying to hustle us, sir, I'll have you know that I can shoot lightning from my fingertips. That's a lot. We'll do it. You lose 15 food. A narrow tunnel takes you deep below the earth, opening into a vast limestone cavern. Twinkling on the edge of an underground lake lies a small shanty town, red lanterns lining the quiet streets. Malcolms leads on. Welcome to the underneath, coin slave. Since that bothersome Empire edict, we've had to hide away in a place like this. This is used to be quite a hub of activity, but now, he surveys the silent streets grimly, I guess the Empire is increasing its forces. A few mages eye you suspiciously as they pass by. Find Malcolm's contact, Ira. Malcolm heads way through the dim, lonely streets of Ira's house. You can hear screaming from within. A woman in robes adorned with silver ornaments greets you at the door. Merc, said you would come begging for help. Regardless, you're late. Malacalypse bows with a grin. I have an illness. I am hoping to purchase a cure. Ira the Veil frowns for a bit before nodding and letting you into her house. You enter the sitting room, and the source of the wailing is made clear. A man is locked in a cage, crying in a fevered agony. Sores of corruption feast on his body. Without warning, she opens up the cage, and the man rushes at you. But with surprising strength, Ira subdues the mad, writhing creature. This is the mage Kohen. He thought he could fight off the corruption, but he could not. Ira watches Malacalypse carefully as Kohen's cries get more and more guttural. What should I do with him? The bard looks away, disgust with fear out of his face. He appears close to passing out. She nods before turning to you. What will you do? What would I do? Do you keep him locked up? I think keep him locked up. She throws the creature back in the cage and locks the iron gate. Then you wait. Malcolms makes a feeble joke about going into some candid buns for this show, but a withering glance from Ira convinces him to stay. The imprisoned mage begins to deteriorate quickly, and the sores from corruption spread across his body, and blood begins to pour from his mouth. As he throws himself at the cage from the umpteenth time, you know no shred of humanity remains. Ira flings an enchanted shard of ice from her hand into the corrupted mage's throat, killing him instantly. You are too weak, she glances at Malacalypse, who is staring wide-eyed at the dead mage. The both of you. Uh-oh, we're not getting this, I guess. With Ira begins tinkering at the table strewn with dead and shiny things. I do have a cure, but as you know, nothing comes free without a kind. She slaps silver dust from a bottle. Save the stolen mage children from me, but I will give you the cure.
A reward? Well,
Oh, I guess we did get it. Those Empire bastards have taken them from the walled fort and the docks of the city. And you better hurry, Ira smiles as Malacalypse. The illness can't be held at bay much longer, I'd wager. The bard avoids her gaze. Leave Ira's house. Malacalypse eager to leave. Pursue the stress. Enter the tub. Malacalypse breathes in the heady scent of berry wine, smoke, and feathers. Ah, the devil's ears. My home away from home. He pulls out his lute and leaves a serenade of pretty bartender. She tries her best to ignore him. A decrepit hag nurses a smoldering pit of glass in the one end of the bar. Alone in the corner, a hooded figure lurks unmoving. Let's do the figure. You cannot discern any facial features under the heavy hood. The figure nods at you, and he has a grave voice whispered quietly and hoarse. I seek an artifact of great power. Something with little twists and minds. My enemies have forced them to fight for me. I will pay handsomely, give him an artifact. Ooh, my bow? And we can give it. The darkness under the hood growls. This is not what I asked for. Okay. I don't have that. Wait, oh. The authority one crone sips her drink. It smells strongly and citrus, burning coal. While sizing you up, you wish to buy something, do you not? What's she drinking? The hag cackles. This is a pint of liquid plague. I let you take a sip, but I'm reasonably certain it would make last thing of you ever did. I'll send you somewhere at no cost, but I cannot assure you that you will end where you want to. Sure, that'll teleport me. Ooh. Huge success. Come on, come on. Ah. She toasts you with her mug as you feel yourself disappearing from the tavern. Honestly?
careful. Your supplies are running low.
That's where we want to go, right? But we do want... Oh. We have nothing left. I thought we had more food left, but we don't. climb the steps. Let's see. Ah, come on. What do we have? Nah. I think it's better we just take them with Malocalypse. We have the fire sword, right?
Healing in a place like this always carries a price.
Tell me whatever you need. What does you seek? Buy food. I think we should take all these, actually. Ooh. 10. Jeez. Okay, we're actually stacked now. So there actually are challenges where, like, if you don't take any damage, then you get the shard. So I'm guessing we get the shard by not taking damage from this. So we beat it before pretty easily, but I think we took damage, so. Ah, well, there goes that. Whew. Oh. Dang, if I only had done that thing in the last half, or the first half as well. Enough, your opponents stay back, hands raised. I don't have time for this nonsense. Oops. Fate's favor. Aww.
Here is a man with a particular set of powers turned to mere trade. He ought to be bending the powers of the universe to his will, and instead, he serves you.
I think we're just gonna leave that there. Fate's choice, helpful priest. I think we need to get whatever's left. 7 shards. 7 shards. 7, yes. Ooh, 25 gold. Half the food isn't that bad. Steady heart. Each failure is considered failure. Okay, we could have done better, but eh. You cursed mage granted his knight many methods of inhabit your efforts. This curse will be drawn before the final encounter. I just can't use Malocalypse, I think. Oh no, we're definitely taking this gold.
It claws at the belly and thrusts one into truth.
That's good. 5, 8, jeez.
Oh dear. Move faster next time.
Fate has decided you must give up 4 food. Refuse to pay the food. Iowa clearly disappointed. This is the cost of our freedom. We must gather fate shards. Oh. So that, okay, interesting. There, 4 encounter cards from the deck. No, I'll take that. Yes, please. That's better off as food, right? Yeah, we'll discard that. We'll discard. We'll take. Ooh. I think we're back to where we needed to be. Test your perception. Your mind's eyes sees truth. This is good. Okay, we need to hit all of those. Like, we need all of those. Stay here. Five shards, 4 wounds. 5 shards, 8. We have a lot of food. I think we should choose this. Fine. Fine. That could have been worse. I think it's worth. Oh, I was gonna choose the last one. I think we'll keep what we have. I like this dude's wheels better. I really needed some time for this one. Nope, I'll take that. 2 minutes from Skelly's. Scorch Blade. We only have one. This one. No, we have more. I don't know what's good against skeletons. Let's just take this. Oh, it's because I re-equipped it. Holy crap. That was so easy. That can be discarded. 10 life, that could be discarded. So we just need one more. Which I reckon we can get from here. Oh no! Let's redraw that one. Much better. Give up. There we go. Alright, let's go back now.
Now you reap all that you have sown. Now death comes for you in a score of forms.
The golden stairs give you away to solid stone and find yourself face to face with Black Knight. You're on a mountaintop, cloaked in silver fog. Iowa, Haro, and Garbo materialize beside you and smile. You have pierced the veil until the Black Knight comes to defend the realm. Defeat him, free us champion. Fate has provided the Black Knight with more protection. Black Knight summons its allies. Fate has also cursed your endeavor, and it will not aid you. That's fine. Haro speaks. Fate has chosen pieces for both sides of the board. We shall see if you can overcome the obstacles placed before you. For all our sakes, I hope you are victorious. The Black Knight's in here too, right? Yeah, he is.
You haven't made this easy for us.
Fate itself begins to turn in your favor. We knew that because you are here. We reach toward the end of our tale, and here true magic begins. The gates have been opened, and now we must merely pass through them.